Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's reading has been highly requested. It's going to be looking at sort of, Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj. How do they all feel about each other? What are their relationships like? So let's go ahead and jump in. This is probably going to be a little long. I'm going to try to keep it as short and to the point as possible, but since obviously, there's 6 different connections here to look at, this might end up being split up into 2 videos because it's a little hard, trying to upload a really long video. It takes forever. So, Spirit, please join us and answer any questions that we have in regards to Beyonce and Rihanna's relationship, how they relate to each other, what's the connection, do they hate each other, do they not? Thank you, Spirit, for joining us and answering any questions that we may have. We ask only with the intent of understanding and clarity, not with any bad intentions. Thank you, Spirit, for joining us. Please bless all who we ask about in this reading. So, Spirit, can we start by seeing how does Rihanna feel about Beyonce? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you guys have any follow-up questions to this reading, we are going to be on Station Head tonight. That's where I answer the questions that we can't talk about on YouTube, as well as, follow-up questions and everything. So we will be on tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 Eastern. If you hit the link in the description box, it will take you to my channel. You'll see that it's scheduled, so you can go ahead and follow there. So, let's see. Okay. So, keep in mind, this is Rihanna's perception of Beyonce. Okay. All right. She kind of thinks that Beyonce is one of those people that will do anything for, money. Like, don't get in my way because I'm determined to make money, to be, the person that everybody loves. And it's like, she feels like that she won't stop at anything to get her way. She also kind of like judges Beyonce a little bit for staying so long with somebody who's constantly cheating on her. It's kind of like, girl, like, what are you doing? Like, she doesn't really I feel like, in a sense, like, she likes her. Like, she doesn't think, like, oh my God, like, ugh, it's that biatch, when she sees her. But she definitely doesn't have, like, the best opinion of her either, because she, again, feels like, you're with somebody who doesn't, like, exactly treat you the way that you deserve. So I feel bad for you in that sense. But on the other hand, you're willing to do whatever it takes to get by in life, and to get where you want. So I'm not exactly like a fan of that behavior either. So let's see. How Beyonce feels about Rihanna. Spirit, how does Beyonce feel about Rihanna? What is her perception of her? Oh, thank you, Spirit. And Spirit just said that Rihanna originally, like, really was like, oh my God, Beyonce, like, really admired her. But just over time, obviously, the more that she saw things, she was sort of like, I don't know about you, girl. Okay. So the underlying energy in this one is the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Cups. She feels like, you know, wow, she's kind of killing it right now. So there is, you know, and she feels like, wow, like people are really responding to the things that you're doing, you know, like she does definitely admire what Rihanna has done in transitioning, you know, into the whole Fenty thing and how much that has blown up for her. Beyonce still wonders, though, with this Three of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, if anything did happen between Jay-Z and Rihanna. Because even though, obviously, publicists and other people have come out and said that, no, like, I started that rumor because I was just trying to get people to pay attention to Rihanna back then and, you know, sort of get her name out there and everything. But Beyonce kind of feels like, I don't really trust that. Because with this Magician card and this Two of Pentacles, she does think that there is maybe something sneaky that went on, but that she doesn't entirely know what the truth is. Yeah, with this Nine of Swords, this Three of Pentacles, and this King of Cups, she does feel like her husband has maybe paid too much attention to Rihanna in the past. And so there is this Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles energy where Beyonce does sort of look at her as maybe like competition or somebody that she can't really trust. So that is interesting. Let's see. Spirit, are Beyonce and Rihanna ever going to do any music together? Spirit, yes or no? Will we ever get any kind of a collaboration between Beyonce and Rihanna? Yes or no? Jay-Z's tried to push that like behind the scenes for them to do something together. Because underlying energy is the Judgment, the King of Swords, and the Hermit. He tried to end whatever like perceived feud there was, make them get along, and it was like, you guys should do a collaboration or an album or something like that. The thing is, with the Death card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Tower with the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and Five of Cups, Rihanna feels like, I feel like she was agreeing to it at first, or it was like, if we find the right song. But then after the whole anti thing happened, it was like, oh, you destroyed like what I was trying to do, so there's no way in hell I'm going to come back and do something for you. So it was Rihanna that shut it down. Spirit saying like with Jay-Z, you know, as far as Beyonce is concerned, King of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Pentacles, like, she will trust him in his intuition. Like, if she feels like he's good at being like, go do this, and that makes money, or, you know, gets her name out there and gets people being all like, oh my God, Beyonce, you know, like, so if Jay was telling her, hey, this is a good idea, go do it, she was gonna do it because Jay told her to, whereas Rihanna's like, I was, but now you know, like, so, I mean, And Spirit's saying, unless it was like some like We Are the World kind of thing again, that they actually, you know, got the biggest stars to be on, like when we got Prince and Michael Jackson and all these people like do songs and stuff together back in the day. That's the only way that it would happen, and there would literally have to be like 85 other people involved, and they wouldn't record in the same day or something. So that is a no on that. But if you guys also watch my Rihanna video, I also saw that she's really not like into the whole music thing anymore. She's burnt out on it right now. So let's change subjects. Let's change decks for this. Okay, so we are gonna ask, hear the energy from that. Spirit, how do Nicki Minaj and Beyonce see each other? Spirit are asking, how does Nicki Minaj feel about Beyonce? Okay, so this is interesting, right? She feels like underneath everything, you know, the underlying energy of this, the Moon card, Page of Wands, and the Judgment card. She feels like Beyonce can't really be trusted, but also I don't think Nicki really trusts anybody in the industry at this point, right? So it's like on the surface, whatever, she thinks that Beyonce like definitely brings the heat, you know, like when I work with you, like we work well together, and it really does, you know, bring us both like a lot of success, and we create well together. So like I don't mind working with you and like staying cool with you. However, with this 9 of Coins and 10 of Swords, well, it's the 7 of Coins, Knight of Cups, 9 of Coins, and 10 of Swords. This is talking about when Nicki went through that hate train moment, right? And she felt like behind the scenes, you know, Beyonce and Jay-Z were like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, this happens to everybody. Ignore it. You'll get over it and everything. But it was like in public, you're acting like I don't even exist anymore. So that really changed her perception of them, because Spirit's talking about a lot of people in the industry just sort of like lump Jay-Z and Beyonce together, like, oh, like it's a package deal. You get one, you get both of them, because it's like Jay-Z's gonna have an opinion or guidance or whatever on anything that Beyonce does, and Beyonce's also gonna have the same with Jay. And so, you know, when Beyonce does something good or bad, Jay's always sort of like, you know, blamed or praised with it. And with this Temperance and this Ace of Coins, it's like, all right, like, I'll, you know, for business sake, we'll be cool, but don't, and, you know, like, I appreciate it, like, if you send me a baby present or whatever, but, like, am I really your best friend anymore, and I trust you so much and this and that? No. Because she feels like they could have very easily had the opportunity to just say something, and they didn't. And then Spirit's also talking about, I know, like, at some point in time, there was some picture of Cardi B that was posted somewhere. I don't know if it was, like, on their tour or her website or something like that. I can't remember exactly where it was, but Spirit was saying when they did that, because it was during the time that Nicki and Cardi first started beefing, like, Nicki felt like you guys publicly showed that you're taking Cardi's side, and she felt like it was definitely business related. Like, oh, you think that you're somehow gonna like gain something from like taking her side, especially because everybody was like all up Cardi's butt at that moment. And it was like, but I've worked with you, I've been writing with you for how long, and this, you know, person comes out of nowhere, has a problem with me, and you're like, oh, let's show Cardi love. Like, that's how she perceived things to be, is what Spirit is saying. And I feel like that, along with, you know, oh, behind the scenes we're throwing our support your way, but we can't publicly do that, was really just sort of like, I see how you are, like, I'm not falling for it anymore. So let's see, how does Beyonce feel about Nicki Minaj? What is her perception of Nicki? Thank you, Spirit. Which I get that, you know. I mean, I've been in that situation where I've done anything and everything I could to help somebody, and, you know, you get half-assed thank yous behind the scene, and then publicly they're thanking all these other people for, you know, the smallest of things. 6, 7, 8, 9. But at the same time, it's always a welcome blessing when people show you who they really are, so you know what energy and attention you actually want to give them. But I always thank the universe for showing me how people are, so I know who to count on. Alrighty. So she's very happy for Nicki that she finally got her baby. She really is. Like, that's good. The thing is that it's like, with this 9 of Cups, the World card, and the 9 of Swords, she kind of feels almost like being too connected, or like out front and friendly, you know, with Nicki is somehow going to come back to bite her in the ass. So there is this, you know, energy of, with this Ace of Swords and this Moon card and the Chariot, of, I kind of have to keep my distance from you because I don't want it to affect me. I also think that this is interesting. She feels like she doesn't want the stuff that's going on with Nicki's, you know, stuff that keeps coming up with Kenny. I'm trying to think of how do I say this in a decent way that I won't get, you know, in trouble. She kind of thinks that that is like gonna bring a lot of heartache to people around her. Like, if you're gonna go down with this ship, you're gonna take other people down with you, is what Spirit is talking about. Because there is very much Beyonce being this Queen of Wands and then this 3 of Wands, of like really, you know, using her judgment and looking at that situation as like, ooh, like, I don't want to be caught in that. I don't know. So, you guys, also, there's something that Beyonce knows in regards to stuff that's happened with Nicki that also makes her like wary of getting too close and involved right now. And it's definitely tied to things like in the music industry. So maybe it's like what Spirit is saying is with this King of Cups and this Page of Wands, I feel like it's like Beyonce knew the hate train was coming before it hit. And she feels like there might be a second wave coming. Because with this King of Cups and this Page of Wands, it's like there was some man that was in power that decided that he was going to go after Nicki, and Beyonce's afraid to get on his bad side. So it's like somebody that's really high up, you know, a record label owner, something like that, where like Beyonce's like, I can't be too connected to you, especially with all the Kenny stuff that's now going on, because it was bad enough when the hate train happened, and now we got Kenny too. Like, I don't need the, you know, higher ups in the music industry being like, oh, you're working with her, like, we're gonna stop your bag too. Beyonce's very concerned about her career, you guys, which I get it. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to come along and F up everything I worked for either, you know, and it's a sad fact that especially in this day and age with everybody constantly being exposed and canceled, that you do have to sort of separate yourself and be careful about who you're connected to and who you work with if you don't want things to get, you know, kind of bad down the road. So, Spirit, are we ever going to get any music from Beyonce and Nicki together? Another collaboration. Yes or no, Spirit? Are we getting any more collabs from Beyonce and Nicki? Yes or no? She's going to wait and see how the public perceives Nicki going forwards first. Because it's the Sun card, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups. It's about like, okay, like if you come out with something and it's very well received and everybody's back on the Nicki love train, then I'll work with you. But she's like watching and waiting before she decides to do anything more. So... which I feel like Nicki, you know, is going to come around, and I feel like this next album is going to be really good. And so I feel like after that, Beyonce will be like, oh, I want to work with you again. So let's see. Let me grab this other deck. One's this. I'll ask about Ricky. Rihanna and Nicki, although, you know, like if they were besties, we probably would call them Ricky, right? I mean, we already touched on this in another reading about why do they not like each other, so let's see. Spirit. How is the relationship between Nicki Minaj and Rihanna? Thank you, Spirit. How is the relationship between Nicki Minaj and Rihanna? And if you wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, all the information is in the description box below. You can use coupon code Bella20 and get 20% off any reading with me, 15 minutes or longer. I mean, 20 minutes and up, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Right now, they're not really exactly like talking to each other. Death card, Eight of Wands and Four of Cups, like they've sort of tried to work it out, but they haven't been able to like get on the same page right now. And here's Nicki showing up as the Empress with the Queen of Wands being Rihanna. Right now they're in this like Eight of Swords moment But with the Magician and the Seven of Swords, they will work things out. I feel like becoming a mom too has really softened Nicki to where it's like, I just don't want any beef. Like, she just wants like her next era to be really calm. You know, like, I don't want to have any drama. I don't want to have any beef. I just want to like live my life, put out my music, stay connected to my barbs, and leave all the other stuff behind. And I know Rihanna is sort of going through that as well, because I saw that she was commenting on like Tiana Taylor's pictures of her kids and being like, oh my god, they're so cute. So I mean, if they made up, like, I think Rihanna would make up with a lot of people. She made up with Drake. All right, Spirit, are we gonna get any more music from Nicki and Rihanna? Spirit. No, not right now, but that's also because Rihanna just doesn't want to really be involved in the music industry. So to her, it's just like, I could be my dream person to collab with, but I just don't even want to go there right now. So, I mean, it's a no. No for now. Doesn't mean it can't be in the future, though. I think it's just Rihanna really, 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 really wants a big break from the music industry. Alrighty. So anyways, guys, I hope that answered your questions. Oh, here, let me ask. Spirit, are we ever going to get a three-way collaboration between Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj in the future, anytime, while everybody is still alive and kicking? Because we know it ain't going to be this year. I'm like, in the next century, are we gonna get any music from Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, and Rihanna? Yes or no, Spirit? Thank you. No. So, guys, sorry about that. They'll try, but I just don't feel like it's ever gonna come together. I mean, again, you know, readings are a roadmap. Energy can change because this is definitely based off the energy of right now. You know, they could all suddenly 5 years from now, like, decide to have, like, some kind of joint baby shower or something when they all have more kids and then be, like, the best of friends and want to put out a whole album together or something. But for the energy right now, it is a big fat no. So I hope that helped. I love you all so much, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.